In that nostalgic atmosphere, more people joined the dance floor, creating a party-like vibe, earning Jenny praise from the boss for her adaptability. A few days later, Jenny fully adapted to life at 30, shopping lavishly and enjoying ice cream happily, free from parental nagging. She could even go out for drinks with friends at night, and just as they stepped out of the bar, she ran into Matt, her excitement bubbling like a kid in. But before she could say much, Matt's fiancé popped up out of nowhere. After a quick intro, she started talking about their plans to move to another city. After listening, Jenny felt inexplicable sadness and realized growing up entailed facing goodbyes. Just then, Jenna's shortcut boyfriend showed up, and for a moment, she couldn't even remember his name. Fortunately, Matt recognized him as that. The awkwardness made Jenny freeze in place, while Matt seemed to sense her discomfort. Zoe suggested leaving first, and watching Matt's silhouette fade away, Jenny couldn't help but feel a twinge of sadness, knowing their relationship would never be the same again. Back home, her bargain boyfriend started dancing for her, but Jenny couldn't handle it at all, so she decided to break up the next day. At the morning meeting, the boss entered with a grave look. Sales data showed the magazine lagged far behind rivals. Over the past 6 months, competitors repeatedly copied their ideas, like a plagiarism contest. Sales plummeted. Today, the headquarters sent out a death command to find out how their ideas were leaked, or else if sales didn't improve next issue, it would be lights out for the whole mag. It's redesign time or bust. Richard said redesign was a death sentence, but Jenny thought this was a golden opportunity for a makeover. Let's snatch the spotlight back from these copycats and give the magazine a fresh new vibe. Now is the time for us to rally together and show our strength. The boss was optimistic about Jenny's enthusiasm and called everyone to join her in turning the sales around. But on her way back to the office, Jenny overheard Lucy complaining to a colleague that it was tough working with her, and she always had to put on a fake smile in front of. Lucy also said Jenny's crazy antics were a terrible idea. You know, she seemed ready to explode over Sol Charlotte, and then she said they should tell their own stories. Hearing all this, Jenny had no words and just turned around quietly to leave. She can't accept her 30-year-old self in such a poor state, feeling more disappointed. In this helplessness, Jenny had no choice but to seek out Matt, hoping that venting would alleviate some of her worries as she walked down the street. Matt's attitude stayed lukewarm, leaving Jenny puzzled why she was so annoying. Even her childhood friends seemed foreign to her, so she asked Matt point blank, What happened? Why haven't we stayed friends? I don't know, I forgot. Under Jenny's constant questioning, Matt finally remembered. Jenny was pranked in a 7-minute game when he returned with his violin. Found a tail to divide by symbol 3680 YQ. Alf was about a quarter O grove letter 3CA opened his mouth to pound at sign picked up a quarter O grove letter 3CA grab pound at sign 3 a quarter O grove letter 3CA held pound at sign O circumflex ab letter 6B 1 pound 3 O amount O grove a circumflex micro Louis acute letter 3 SC O tilde acute U grove acute S7 O amount micro Yen like daisy copyright. She even wrecked his dream Barbie house, and after that day, Jenny never contacted him again. Tori. Don't worry, Jenny was once that girl from way back when, so don't treat me so well. I don't deserve it. Do you know what kind of person I am now? Do you know who I am? I feel I don't have real friends, and I've done shameful things with a married person. I don't talk to my parents, and I'm not a good person. But the truth is, I'm no longer that 13-year-old girl. After saying that, Jenny ignored Matt's calls. She ran away, sad and alone, choosing the train home, returning to her middle school house, and the moment she opened the door, she found that nothing had changed at all. Jenny went into the storage room, shutting herself in just like before, wishing to turn back into a 13-year-old, but no matter how much Jenny prayed, that wish never came true. Just then, her parents returned home from their trip. They heard strange noises coming from upstairs and thought burglars had broken in. When her dad opened the storage room door, he found Jenny curled up. The instant she saw her dad, Jenny couldn't help but jump into his arms. In that thunderstorm night, Jenny thought a lot and considered for a long time. She regretted her past actions, so she quietly went to her mother's bedside. Only by snuggling next to her mom could she feel a glimmer of comfort and warmth. The next morning, her mother prepared a hearty breakfast for her, but Jenny couldn't help but ask her mother a question. If you had one regret in your life, what would you do? Nothing. Really? Really? But have you ever made a big mistake, one that could change your life? If it were you, what would you do? Jenny, I know I've made many mistakes, but I don't want to make any more. What is it? Because if I had never made mistakes, I wouldn't learn how to do the right thing. Her mother's answer instantly unraveled Jenny's knot of worries, bringing her back the strength to embrace life again. Afterwards, Jenny returned to the city, and she opened up her middle school yearbook, gazing at the familiar yet distant past as new ideas began to flash in her mind. She found out Matt had taken all the photos, so she decided to contact him for magazine shoots, promising to pay accordingly. You know, Jenny, I've seen your blog, and my style is just not your vibe. This time, Jenny decided to break the mold, no longer limiting herself to stars or models, but turning her gaze to the beautiful moments of life. They record college students figure sweet couple moments and meaningful scenes on busy streets.